Hey everybody, so I just got out the shower and I thought this would be a good time to talk about popping your curls and what can you do to help, achieve that desired look of, defined curls. Now, all of us have different hair types, and even within on our own heads, there's different hair types going on. Like if you notice on mine, try to zoom in here, but in my very front right here, it's like not as defined. Like if I kind of tug at it like that, it's kind of like a frizzy type look. But then when you get back here is where I have like tendrils, what I'm saying, like it's like individual curls that'll pop out. So sometimes we have to do different things in different parts of our hair. And right here in the front now I have curls here, but then it's frizz right here, and that's all right. I made peace with that a long time ago because, like I said, we have different textures. But there are certain things that I do to kind of achieve my desired look when I want that curly wash and go look like I'm going for today. And also these steps I found, because if you remember a couple of months ago, I was dead set against doing wash and goes because I tangled so badly. And that's going to be in another video. I want to know about your detangling methods, and we'll talk about that in a whole nother video, so don't worry about commenting on that right now. But I just noticed that if I wash and go, I have more opportunity for tangles because, like I mentioned in the previous video, your hair kind of coils around itself, by being, that curly type of fiber. So it just kind of coils around itself and it creates those tangles and things of that nature. So yeah, but it's getting warm. I'm working out more, sweating in my head more, so I'm doing more co-washes in between my washes because I usually don't wash unless it's every 7 to 10 days is when I'll usually wash, but I'll do more co-washes during the summer. I think it starts with your rinsing process. Rather that be in the shower, that is what it is for me. My hair it does better. I'd rather tilt my head back like that than bend it over a sink. It just, because it's going to end up laying this way anyway, so I'd rather my head be back. So for me, it starts in the shower. It may start with you in the sink, wherever you wash your hair or co-wash your hair, but I'm a firm believer that you need to adjust your water temperature to what you're doing. When you're actually, before you wash and you're rinsing your hair, I would suggest that you use lukewarm water. I would never suggest using hot water. It's just too much for your sensitive hair fibers. Lukewarm water, and that helps to open your cuticle because your cuticles respond not just to touch, physical touch or a product, but they also respond to temperature. So if you just use lukewarm water, it opens up those cuticles and it lets that shampoo get in there and really do what it's supposed to do, or that conditioner if you're co-washing, really get in there and do what it's supposed to do. As you're rinsing, your shampoo out, again, I will use the lukewarm water. Go ahead, put your conditioner in or your deep conditioner in or whatever your process is. Sit underneath your steamer, do your, whatever your deep conditioning process is, and then when you rinse out your conditioner, I would suggest using a cool rinse, because a cool rinse is going to seal, it's going to start closing down that hair cuticle, and it's going to seal in that moisture that you gave it via that conditioner. 2, I would suggest, is ditch your towel, whatever you're drying off with. And I know that sometimes we're in a rush, ladies, so that's why I know sometimes the whole cool rinse thing and then properly drying your hair, sometimes it's just, you got kids screaming at you, nipping at your ankles and all kinds of stuff, and you're just trying to hurry up and get done with what you're doing, or you're just trying to get out the door. But just preparing in advance to do these steps really helps. Which brings me to the second point, which is what you're drying your hair with. For the longest time, I used to dry my hair with just my towel. I just, I'm just blotting it with the towel. And I would notice, especially with this part right here, it just gets frizzy and, it just doesn't, curl right product just doesn't do anything to it. And, nothing good happens, with that towel. So what I've been doing is I've just been taking an old t-shirt And you can see it's wet because I co-washed my hair today. And I just use that to dry my, to dry my hair off. I'm using it only one time. I don't know, how people feel about that, but I'll just drape it over something and just let it air dry, and then just use it, another time. I just have too much laundry with 2 little kids to just be throwing everything in the laundry basket. So drying with that. I do plan to get some of those, or a pack of those specialized, hair towels. But if you're, on a budget, t-shirt works good because it helps kind of wick that water away instead of causing your curls to frizz up and messing up the pattern that's going on that you've probably gotten achieved. And you'll notice this when you do the cool rinses too. You're going to get more of these like individual type curls like this when you do the cool rinse, because again, your hair is, it's the cuticles are closing up, so you're going to get a smoother finish. Third, I feel like it is how you apply the product. So that's what I'm going to do, right now, just kind of show you how I apply my product. I've already applied just some coconut oil. I'm a true firm believer in coconut oil. It just, I know the whole argan oil craze thing is going on and so on and so forth, and I kind of got into the argan oil and tried it out when it really first came out, but nothing really does my hair like coconut oil. So argan oil, and I think probably some of you will agree with me, sometimes it gives you that stiff like feeling. For me it does, and I don't know if it's what the common, what the whole scientific formulation of argan oil is, but it reminds me of if I've used something with protein. So I don't know, and I'm kind of protein sensitive. So I just put a little coconut oil in for my leave-in. I got this, and you can find this at Curlmart, naturallycurly.com, but I am in love with this Sweet Ambrosia by Karen Spotted Beautiful. And, when it was the hair milk a long time ago, it just, and then your hair, your hair changes and it requires different things at different times. But right now, it's loving this formulation. So I use it for my leave-in, and it's kind of a lot, but my hair is kind of dried since I've been talking to y'all. And I really just kind of go down, go down my hair, separate it and really go down, especially with this part, because this is my frizzy part. So I'm really going to want to get a lot of product on that part. And so I'm just taking some more and just going through and just smoothing it down, because you can physically, help your cuticles to close as well. So that's how I like to kind of apply my leave-in. Plus this smells amazing. And so apply my leave-in, and usually I do coconut oil, my leave-in, and then my product. I layer those, and that's it. And that's been helping me with the whole hair being detangled and keeping it moisturized. My hair just likes a lot of moisture. That's the way it is. It loves moisture, it loves humidity, it loves all that good stuff. So as far as my product today, my hair probably does the best with Mizani's True Textures, and this is the True Textures Perfect Curl, and I got this you can find it at if you have a hair cuttery, I got it from there. But this is excellent because it's a cream gel, whereas I can't use a gel like product like Kinky Curly. It's too much for my hair. It just, I only use a gel to slick back or things like that. I cannot use a gel to do my curls. It's just going to be one stiff mess. But this works out, pretty good. So you only need just, I'm calling it a little, but that's how much. And then you just kind of gauge it as you go across. And I usually start here. And for here, I just kind of take little more pieces. I probably put a little bit more product right there on my frizzy spot. And then I just kind of go through and, you know, evenly distributing the product is another thing that's going to help your curls to kind of pop. And so on and so forth. And so I just go through that same process with smoothing the product in. And I love this motion here. I love it. Because it's getting that product in, it's smoothing out the hair, and you're just gliding it down. And I don't, you know, I loosen up as I get to the bottom, so I don't start pulling hair out or nothing. And then from this point, I'm just kind of shaping, you know, kind of how I want it to go. And that's it. And if you're wondering where I'm at as far as lengthwise, is that a piece of hair? Yes, it's a whole chunk of hair. That's okay. It'll shed. It's been up in a bun for a couple of days, so it's all good for it to shed. I don't stress about that. But I'm about right here now. So yeah, it's getting long. It's, you know, I saw Taryn's big chop the other day, and I was like, it's going to be a hot summer. So it's going to be a lot of bunning and a lot of, up styles, up. Because it's all back up in here. It's going to get hot. So that is how I kind of get my curls to pop, and kind of was a dual video because it's how I apply my product too. So you can kind of see that. And then from here, you're just going to kind of want to shake. And that is going to separate and get those tendrils back again that you may have kind of gotten rid of. I'll lay it up against my shirt so you can kind of see it. But that's going to get those back once you shake a little bit and do your whole Diana Ross thing. And your whole Fierce thing. And that's it. And that is... you know, how I apply my product and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was beneficial. Hopefully in a couple of days I'm going to have a flexi rod tutorial coming, because I dealt with some flexi rods the other weekend and it gave me some pretty sexy bodacious curls and fluff. If you enjoyed the video, I'm going to do the Ask Jadison questions that I've gotten in probably tomorrow. So if you have any other questions or whatnot, it could be anything, doesn't necessarily have to be pertaining to hair. You can throw them at the bottom of this video, or you can still throw them at the bottom of the Ask Jadison event questions video. So I will talk to you guys later. Ta-ta!